Power Deal Well 2.5. All right, question 1. Which argument would a Federalist make to support ratification of the Constitution? I'm going to underline the word Federalist and ratification. Brain dump. Federalists, I know that they wanted strong central government. And they also said that there was no need for a Bill of Rights. Don't need one. Then I'm going to remember that ratification means to approve. Now, which argument would a Federalist make to support ratification? So somebody who wants a strong central government, doesn't think there's a need for a Bill of Rights. They want to approve it. The Constitution will enable states to nullify laws that are harmful to citizens. A strong federal government will be more stable than a loose confederation of states. The Constitution will allow states to establish banks to stabilize the national economy. A Republican system of government will better represent large states. Okay, well, I know it can't be that one because the Federalists were for small states, and we didn't say anything about nullify. So it's either G or H. I think it is G because it says strong federal government will be more stable. So I'm going to circle G. I can underline the word strong federal government because that matches my brain dump. There we go. All right, next question, number 2. During the Constitutional Convention of 1787, George Mason argued, so I'm going to underline George Mason, and I know that he was an anti-federalist, which meant he wanted weak central government and he wanted a Bill of Rights. So, during the Constitutional Convention, he argued that F, against increased power for national government, for the dissolution of state governments, against the passage of the Bill of Rights, for the creation of a strong executive branch. Well, it can't be strong executive branch because it says that he wanted weak central government. Against the passage of Bill of Rights? No, we said in our brain dump he wanted a Bill of Rights. Dissolution of state governments? It's not in our brain dump, but we know anti-federalists are all about states' rights. So it has to be F because he would have argued against the increase of power. He wanted weak national power. Number 3. Which speaker is in favor of ratifying the Constitution? So I'm going to underline ratify, and I'm going to brain dump every single time. Means to approve. Now, I know you guys, you're going to see this box and go, oh, I don't want to read all that. Too bad, read it. So, which speaker is in favor of ratifying the Constitution? So I'm going to think to myself, which ones wanted to ratify the Constitution? Were those anti-federalists or federalists? Well, the Federalists wanted to ratify the Constitution, and they wanted strong central government, and they didn't need a Bill of Rights. So, which one of these sounds most like a Federalist? Speaker 1, a strong central government will provide order and stability. We have just left the control of one tyrant. Let us avoid an American tyrant. The strength of our union lies in the independence of our states. Or we were led into war by a minority who desired independence. So, which one talks about wanting strong central government? Good. That would have been this one. Strong central government, because it said stability. That's in your notes. Number 4. Why did the Anti-Federalists demand that a Bill of Rights be added to the Constitution? So we know Anti-Federalists, we know that they wanted a Bill of Rights. Okay. So, was it to strengthen the authority of federal government? Well, I didn't make you brain dump, but we know the Anti-Federalists actually wanted weak federal government. So that can't be it. To improve the organization of the judiciary, doesn't say anything about judges, we haven't talked about judges. To give each state an equal amount of power, or to protect individual freedoms from the federal government. So, rights, the Bill of Rights protects individual freedoms, so it has to be good job. Well, good job if you said D. And the last one. Here we go again. I know you guys, it's too much to read. Suck it up, you'll be fine. Patrick Henry was criticizing which aspect of the Constitution in this excerpt? So, Patrick Henry was an anti-federalist. So we know that he wanted weak federal government. And we know that he wanted a Bill of Rights. So you gotta have it. So, in the quote, he says, "Your president may easily become king. Your Senate is so imperfectly constructed that your dearest rights may be sacrificed by what may be a small minority. Your strongholds will be in the hands of your enemies." So, what is he criticizing? Is he saying is he criticizing or judging the eligibility requirements for congressional office, the power granted to the central government, the establishment of separate judicial branch, or the difficulty of the amendment process? Well, we know that the Anti-Federalists judged the power of the federal government and the lack of a Bill of Rights. So the only answer choice that matches our brain dump has to be, good job if you said that one.